This equation looks simple. There is only one variable, two square roots, and a small number on the other side. But the moment most people try to solve it, something goes wrong. They square the wrong expression, lose an important term, or create an answer that doesn't actually work.
So, can you find the value of x? Pause the video if you want to try it yourself.
By the end, we'll solve this equation in two completely different ways, and the second method reveals a beautiful mathematical shortcut hiding inside it. Before manipulating the equation, let's understand what it is saying. The first expression asks for the principal square root of x plus 16. The second asks for the square root of x. The equation tells us that the difference between those two square roots is exactly 2. As x grows, both square roots grow, but they don't grow at the same speed. Our job is to find the precise value of x that makes their difference equal to 2. This is called a radical equation, because the variable appears inside a radical symbol. To solve it safely, we need to remove the radicals without changing the original equation. First, we need to determine which values of x are even allowed. When working with real numbers, the expression inside a square root cannot be negative. For fourth root x to exist, x must be greater than or equal to 0. The other radical gives us x plus 16 greater than or equal to 0, meaning x greater than or equal to negative 16. But both conditions must be true simultaneously. The stronger restriction is x greater than 0. That means any valid answer must be 0 or positive. This domain check may look like a small step, but it helps us identify impossible or extraneous answers later. The safest strategy for most radical equations is to isolate one radical before squaring. Right now, the left side contains two square root expressions. Let's add the square root of x to both sides. Because we perform the same operation on both sides, the equation remains balanced. The left side simplifies to the square root of x plus 16. The right side becomes the square root of x plus 2. Now, one radical is isolated and the equation is ready to be squared. This next step is where many solutions fall apart. When we square square root of x plus 2, we cannot simply square each term separately. The square of a sum follows this identity. A plus b squared equals a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. That middle term matters. Here, a equals fourth roots of x and b equals 2. Therefore, 2 square root x plus 2 squared equals 2 square root. That simplifies to this. Writing only x plus 4 would erase the middle term and completely change the equation. Now let's square both sides. On the left, squaring cancels the square root. On the right, we use the expansion we just calculated. 5 square root of x plus 2 squared equals x plus 4 square root of x plus 4. Our equation is now x plus 16 equals x plus 4 square roots of x plus 4. Notice something convenient. There is an x on both sides. Subtract x from both sides, and they cancel. That leaves 16 equals 4 times the square root of x plus 4. Now subtract 4 from both sides. 12 equals 4 times the square root of x. Divide both sides by 4. 3 equals the square root of x. The equation has become much simpler. Finally, square both sides one more time. 3 squared equals 4 square root of x squared. Therefore, 9 is our candidate answer, but we are not finished yet. Whenever we square both sides of an equation, we can accidentally introduce an extraneous solution. That is a value that satisfies one of our transformed equations but fails in the original equation. So, let's substitute x equals 9 into the equation we started with. We get 4 square root of 9 plus 16 minus 4 square root of 9 equals 2. 9 plus 16 is 25. The square root of 25 is 5, and the square root of 9 is 3. So the left side becomes 5 minus 3, and 5 minus 3 equals 2. The original equation is true. Therefore, x equals 9 is not extraneous. It is the valid solution. Now let's solve the same equation using a more elegant idea. Let a equal the fourth root of x plus 16 and b equal the fourth root of x. The original equation tells us a minus b equals 2. But we also know what happens when we square a and b.
Since a squared equals x plus 16 and b squared equals x, their difference is a squared minus b squared equals 16.
Now use the difference of squares identity. A squared minus b squared equals a minus b times a plus b. We already know that a minus b equals 2. Therefore, 2a plus b equals 16. Divide by 2, a plus b equals 8. Now we have two simple equations. A minus b equals 2 and a plus b equals 8. Add them together. The b terms cancel, giving 2a equals 10. So a equals 5. Substituting back gives b equals 3. But b represents fourth root of x, so fourth root of x equals 3. Once again, now it's your turn. Try solving this equation. Square root of x plus 21 minus square root of x equals 3. You can use the traditional squaring method or the difference of squares shortcut. Here is a hint. If a minus b equals 3 and a squared minus b squared equals 21, then because a minus b equals 3, what must a plus b equal? Pause the video and see if you can finish the solution. The answer is x equals 4. Substitution confirms it. 4 square root of 4 plus 21 minus 4 square root of 4 equals 5 minus 2 equals 3. Let's recap. First, determine the domain. Second, isolate one radical before squaring. Third, expand squared expressions carefully and never forget the middle term. Finally, substitute your answer into the original equation to make sure it works. Our equation had one valid solution. X equals 9. And the difference of squares method showed us why the numbers 5 and 3 were hiding inside the radicals all along. If you enjoy discovering the patterns hidden inside mathematics, subscribe to Infinite Science. Because sometimes an equation that looks impossible is only one clever idea away from becoming simple.